Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to start with the main story of the Elysian way. So chapter 1 will be in this episode, then chapter 2 where I am still not quite sure how long it is. Maybe I need to split it in 2 parts or in 1 part, but I'm not completely sure. We will see. And then chapter 3, and after this the chapters I will do the pristine memories all in one video or 2 videos depending on how long the video would be. I don't want to upload a 3-hour long video. So yeah, let's begin. Mei opened her eyes and saw a bizarre structure. Pieces of rubble and debris were spiraling upwards around a tower that stood tall as if it was the center of the world. What is that? Mei wondered. Hi. A strange voice came to her without warning, close as a whisper and far away as a distant cry. How do you feel? Unique view. Is it a building from the previous era? What is it for? Looks unreal to you, right? But back in my time it was just an ordinary house with nothing special. But I guess the disoriented feeling is part of the fun when you explore the Elysian realm. You can expect more surprises. Back to the topic. You look just fine, so we can skip ahead to the next step now. Remember, this is your first attempt, so don't push yourself too hard. There won't be any penalty if you fail. Don't worry, I'll always be here for you. But of course, rendering without even trying is not encouraged. If you give up halfway, you have to listen to me say this again, so try to stick it out to the end. Any more questions? For you. I understand my situation now, but the most important question is, who are you? Really? I just introduced myself a few minutes ago. Are you playing with me? That's not what you do to a girl you just met. You have a cute face, but a naughty heart. What's my objective? Defeating someone or finding something? Objective? There's no objective. It's just an experiment. Or should I say, training? Never has a harsher stepped in here, and I never fought a harsher before. It's something new for both of us. Anyway, just follow your heart and explore freely. I wonder how far you can go without help from other flame chasers. How do I know when I failed? Maybe it's when you are unable to defeat an enemy no matter how hard you try, or when you get stuck in an infinite loop. Concentration is hard, and when your mind is exhausted, the memory link will be interrupted. Don't worry, when it happens, I protect your smart little brain. I don't have any more questions. Okay, then should we get going? Yes. You have my blessings and your soul should shine brightly. Raiden Mei's adventure in the Elysian realm starts here. Is this a world of memories? It looks just like reality. The previous era, so human civilization once reached unimaginable level. A new path has appeared. Go check it out. Space is reset. Seems like there are additional conditions that have to be met. This place is massive. maze. It's unbelievable there's such another world serpent shrine. Not bad. Keep up the good work. Scenery that belongs to the era that has perished. Heaven once witnessed the end of the world here. And now he's showing me every bit of it. This isn't an opportunity for me to know more about him and the serpent. In the past, there were also people who fought against Honkai till the last moment. The Mantis, they possessed powers that could match that of a Herrscher, but in the end, humanity still lost. This reminds me of St. Freya's underground data space, for I never been there. No, I gotta focus now. Well, you've done a great job. It's already far exceeded my expectations. The same scene. Guess my journey here hit a snag. Let's see if I can defeat it. Would you ever do? Well, looks like you reached your limit. Don't worry. You are doing great. I've opened the exit for you. You may feel some discomfort when the backtracking is interrupted, but don't worry. The enemies are vanished. Is that the exit? There's still lots of things I want to investigate, but for now I do as she says and go back to reality. Are you alright? Yes, not. Don't worry. The first step is always tough, and you'll get used to it soon enough. Relax and let's take it slowly. Remember this place? I better refresh my memory. After the Herrscher of Dominance was defeated, I somehow gained permission to enter the deepest part of the shrine. That's Lord Serpent's greatest secret. The winding corridor extends from a corner of the altar into the darkness. Raven told me it was where new agents were initiated. I had my theories about what awaited at the end of the road. But now that I'm finally here, I see a golden palace, something I never expected. And I didn't expect someone to be waiting for me here either. The girl noticed Mei's gaze and returned a smile. Staring at me like that, even I feel a bit shy. Sorry. Don't worry, I forgive you. You feel better now? I'm fine. Well, do you still remember who I am? Miss Pink. If I remember correctly, you're Miss Pink Elf? No, I'm not. Is that your nickname for me? I didn't know you were such a flirt. Sorry, I'm not. It's just, there was a voice in my head telling me to say that. That's dangerous. Might be your own heart speaking. Not that I stay away from naughty girls, but this joke is a bit too much, so try to tone it down a notch next time. Ah, is it the thing about Kevin? Times have changed, but he's still surrounded by naughty girls. Uh, uh, Seems like a big misunderstanding. Alright, I introduce myself again and try to remember it this time. I'll be a little upset if you don't. I'm Elysia, and my beauty matches my name. In the common tongue of Mu, Elysia means paradise. Friends call me Ellie, and you can call me that too. I like it. To put it in a way you understand, I'm a mantis from the previous era, a partner of Kevin, the great hero. Of course, the real Elysia wouldn't waste her time several kilometers below ground. I'm just her double, a simulation carrying her personality and experience. But it doesn't matter. You can still see me, talk to me, or even make physical contact. The Elysian realm is a world of memories where a sim like me fits right in. When I first stepped into this palace, this woman emerged from nowhere like a ghost and welcomed me. Frankly, I've seen sims in World's Open before, but this one doesn't seem a bit unusual. I'd asked Kevin for answers, and he sent me here. The history buried here is the secret World's Open has been keeping. Yeah, the secret. This is why I called Kevin a troublemaker. You clearly know nothing about this place. Come with me. It's hard to believe there's such a huge space beneath the base. Seems like it has been here since the beginning of time. May looked at the massive contraption hovering at the center of the hall. But this device is clearly well maintained. Maybe it's the reason why World's Open is based here? I can't answer that. You have to ask the one who sent you here. I've recovered. Let's talk about what happened. Looks like you're the owner of this place, or manager? I have to think about how to answer this question. Would this be disrespectful to the other flame chasers? This is my place, but it never belonged to me, and I have no interest in managing it either. But I've seen no one here except for you. You might say I'm just a curious kid like you. I've always been this way, be it here or outside. I like to take the initiative and get to know the visitors first. My partners are waiting for you deeper in the realm. Everything you see here are impressions of our intertwined memories. If you see Elysian realm as the ark that survived Doomsday, then we're the sail that keeps it moving. I don't find this analogy convincing. I know what you're getting at. The ark should keep the seeds of everything instead of just the memories of 13 people. But unfortunately, extracting someone's memory wasn't easy, especially for normal people. Even Sue fell in a long coma. Sorry, don't mind his name for now. You don't know him yet. I just like using examples. It's a bad habit. I think the Elysian realm represents a once glorious civilization, and I'm looking at its lingering memories. How does it feel to dive into someone else's memories? It's like exploring a library hit by an earthquake. Pieces of information are scattered around, and it's hard to make sense of them. If that's the answer Kevin gave, it's way too abstract. What did Kevin tell you? You're now qualified to seek the answers. That's what sent me here. But he kept something from me. I feel like this place is a testing ground. Smart girl, see? That's why Kevin never said much to you. He knows you can Always work out the truth yourself. But you didn't lie either. Everyone comes here for an answers, and Elysian realm can grant all their wishes. To preserve past memories so that our descendants can follow in our footsteps and reach higher. That's the purpose of this place. But it seems like a very slow process. I knew you say that, but it's alright. People here will change your opinion. From past memories, you come upon more doubts, and they're the best gifts this journey can give you. I just say this, even your wildest theory about Honkai would seem unimaginative compared to the truth. When we first met, you mentioned the 13 flame chasers. A group of mental soldiers from the previous era, whose memories were left here. Nice, at least you know what a mantis is. They morph super soldiers with the genetic power of Honkai beasts. Judging from Kevin, their powers may even be a match for a Herrscher. Very accurate. You did your homework. You must have been a good student at school. And you're confident too. In your eyes, Kevin is no better than you. I didn't mean that. Don't be afraid. You can even say that in his presence. I back you up. And since you know this much, I figure you know what happened to most of the mantis soldiers, right? You mean a lot of sacrificed their lives in the battle against the 11th Herrscher? I only read a very vague accounts of it. That's an understatement. Seems like even Karen doesn't want to recall that day. The 13 flame chasers were the only survivors of the battle. They were considered irreplaceable by the organization. The situation dedicated that they separate out and deal with various problems. So from a management perspective, it was necessary to put them under the same banner. More importantly, after the tragedy of binding, even the unruliest of us realized if we couldn't unite, humanity would be destroyed by Honkai. At that time, a beautiful, caring, and capable girl stood up. She made sure the group became a reality. I think I know who that girl is. But in the end, you still failed. Don't say that out loud. It's our greatest pain. I think I just said we could only win if we united. But obviously we didn't. I think I understand the situation now. Good. Guess my explanation worked well. Maybe deserving of a compliment? Oh, Kevin really has to stop doing this. Every newcomer comes in confused. Maybe you can ask him to make a tutorial? The Elysian realm, a space fabricated by memories. Is that why it looks so strange? I don't see anything strange about it. Maybe you're just curious to learn about the past? Maybe. Why not connect to the memory link again? I'll be by your side this time and find out what's piquing your interest. Okay, I knew it. I'm great company, right? See you later then. Okay. You probably already noticed that I'm doing it out. Try. And deep singles. Yes. So it's indeed this one. To be honest, wasn't sure. Never mind this. Let me think. Well, so, yes. I think I know what made you feel strange now. Compared to the real world, this place does seem distorted. You can see the Elysian realm is a data space constructed by 13 floors of consciousness which may even clash with one another. If reality is like a blank sheet of paper, then this place is like origami. Many consciousnesses were folded together, and you can even see different reflections of the same thing. This view is indeed puzzling. You never make appropriate analogies, do you? Ones that can help people understand. I'm as delicate as a flower. That appropriate enough? From another perspective, it's also a good thing. Facing the cliff, the only choice people once had was to take the leap of faith. But now you get to see what happened to those who came before, and use that to guide your own actions. That's the significance of the Forerunner's footsteps. You don't usually get a second chance in real life. You never make appropriate analogies. It's a fact. Alright, don't worry. The Elysian realm is a giant maze. But I always be here lighting up the path ahead for you. Okay. What's this? Have you ever heard that the decisions made under pressure show a person's true color? Throughout my life, I made decision after decision. They're like milestones along the journey of my life. These are my signets, the engravings of my soul and testament to my existence. Following my trail is a good choice when you try to travel further. After all, I witnessed the rise and fall of this era. But that being said, showing my true self to someone else does make me self-conscious. You said there were memories of the 13 Manta soldiers here. I can surely leave yours alone and visit others. That way you don't have to be embarrassed, right? Is that how you comfort a girl? Just break her heart even more? I was just stating facts. Like I said, to show the way to the successors, my partners have also left their signets here. Strictly speaking, our paths have once crossed, but you know, they lead us further and further apart after the crossing. I better not bring sad memories up. I have high hopes for you. You're more like a voyager looking over a map than a traveler staring at the horizon. You're not going to tell me more about the others? I suppose it's better for you to see for yourself. Relax, they're all lovely people. It won't be hard for you to get along with them, right? No, you don't sound like someone with a broken heart. Because I realized my worry was ill-founded. You'll understand later. There's no way you skipped me. This way. Hi. It's you. You're here too? I know it was me who sent you here, but I hate explaining it to everyone who comes. I am Kevin, the warrior bearing the signet of deliverance. Find what you came to seek here. I imagine you're ready to pay the price now. Honkai in the mid is fated, so I need to stay clear, but if I... When she appears, it's like a sakura falling upon your shoulder. She is there already. There's no denying it, but when you lift your head, you can find her anywhere. Welcome to the trial, successor. My name is Sakura, and I'm here to pass on the skills of Setsuna. Hi, I'm Raiden Mei. You don't have to introduce yourself. A Harsha coming to the Elysian realm, every flame chaser was immediately informed. I suppose there's no reason to be nervous. For us maybe, but not for you. Never mind, I may have spoken too much to a first-time visitor. Take the signet. With you, there's no reason to take things slow. Your Herrscher reflexes will allow you to handle this gift, while others may struggle to do so. Thanks, but what you said makes me hesitant to accept. And that's the first lesson. As long as you're here, do not drop your guard at any moment. Nice to meet you, successor. My name is Hua, and I help familiarize with the signets of we see today. Hua? Nothing. I should have known. Thanks for your help. Will we meet again? That depends on how far you can go. It's far more treacherous place than you might expect. Keep your guard up. You've done well. No, I should say, you far exceeded my expectations. Back in reality, Elysia was already waiting. I'm glad to see you getting used to this place and closer to our past journey. See, because of your choices, the flowing memories are condensing. Is this the symbol of the moths? Yes, I remember has a unique moth's emblem. It reminds me of our first assembly. Sakura, Kevin, Mobius, me. Everything started on that day. I heard 25 years of service could get you a golden emblem. We placed bets on this, but no one got it. The moths didn't last. Here you are. I brought my most important partners to me. It brought my most important partners to me, and I hope it can do the same for you. Mei took the silver emblem and felt the weight of memory. I don't think I can take it to the outside world. Better find a place to keep it. Come to think of it, I haven't checked the other rooms in the lobby yet. How is it? Do you think it will help you with your exploration? More or less. But I'm curious, the furnishings inside don't exactly match the general style here. Is there any reason for that? Not really, just a tiny issue with maintaining consistency. I didn't want any trouble, so I said nothing about the furnishings. Looking back now, I can only say I have some aesthetic differences with the lady in charge. Kevin should have supervised the process, but you know him. Everything fell onto my shoulders, and what could I do when he outranked me? Sometimes I feel the moths are just too reasonable to care about the process instead of just the result. Outranked you? I didn't know there was a hierarchy within the group. I didn't tell you that. Maybe because you seem like an old friend or and somehow I thought you knew. But don't mind people saying too much, it's just a number. For a group of people working together, there has to be some structure, otherwise things will get messy, right? Then what is your rank, Elysian? Me? She seemed to be thinking as a smile crept up to her eyes. I'm ranked second among the 13. The second? Yeah, I'm the other leader of the Flame Chasers besides Kevin. But don't be nervous, the group was founded on my proposal and I decided the ranking order. Of course, I sought everyone's consent before making the decision. Alicia? He's not here? That's strange. I look around. So there you are. Hi, welcome back. Alicia waved her hand from the sofa, but showed no intention to get up. Wanna sit for a while? Eden's sofa is so comfy that I can never get up. It's alright, I prefer standing. Don't be a stranger. You're the master of the Elysian realm now, and everything here is for you. You said it was your convention hall, but I feel it also served other purposes. After all, for a meeting place, there's a lot of space for relaxation. Oh, that's also my idea. A little bit of renovation to bring the team members closer together. Life isn't all work. Sometimes we need to get together and have a friendly chat. In this relaxed setting, everyone becomes more comfortable sharing what makes them unique. Lying here admiring the view can be a wonderful experience. I'm beginning to miss the old days. Oh, right, I remember this wall. There should be a steroid system pull, plus a super luxurious dressing table behind it. Sounds like the idea of someone I know. Shh, let's stop right there. Right here. Anyway, for visitors like you, it's also a good place to rest. Whenever you want to come, see me or just take a break, you can come here at any time. Oh, one more thing. In the realm, you might find something strange. It looks like a glass stone on fire. You mean this? I was about to ask you about it. Yeah, that's it. As I said, Elysian realm was constructed with memories, but some memories were sealed within our individual spaces. Following Alicia's gaze, May saw a row of delicate oval-shaped vessels. Time failed to leave any mark on them, and the surface pattern seemed to represent the weight of the souls held within. Might be a secret, a story that requires background info to understand, or just a message for the successors. For the kindling you've gathered in the vessel, and you understand right away. I see. Aha. Oh, remember to put the first gift into the second bottle from the left, the most beautiful one. For the present Raiden May, perhaps she will be able to see the scenery when she arrives at the finishing point here. But until then, this dark room is still an unattained future to her. The sound in the darkness could be heard in regular intervals. If someone was to listen to it for long, it could cause bodily discomfort. The interval between these sounds did not differ by even a millisecond, just like the content that the source of the sound was recording, cold and objectively. This operation mode had been around in the Elysian realm for almost 50,000 years. Right now, just like before, even though nobody was using it, the typewriter on the table automatically typed on a piece of paper with no mistakes. And if you were to ignore the names on it, most of the content would be more useless than scrap paper. A certain somebody is going to stuff clothes into another person's closet. A certain somebody is trying to pry a certain door open. A certain somebody is waving drunkenly again. Regardless, even though these were mutant details, even though people were judged by their own actions, it was difficult to develop an interest in a specific act. And in this room, there was rarely used a lazy keeper who was doing her bare minimum at the same mentality. In a space created by consciousness, even an existence like her had her own dreamland, but eventually that had been disrupted by the incessant typing of the typewriter. Did something happen in the realm again? It was pitch black before her eyes now. It was as if the dream hadn't fully dissipated and her body still felt heavy. Whatever. It should be the same as usual. Let me guess. Did the guy on the fire destroy someone's laboratory again? A ramen party has started again. No, that boyster magician must have invented something new again. Before she tried to imagine even more creative scenarios, she gave up soon after. That was no surprise. As the keeper, she knew the functions of the typewriter better than anyone else. To objectively record everything that happened in the Elysian realm. And reality was often different from stories. Even the most unpredictable experience would get boring after it's been told too many times. That may be true, but... After having awoken for a while, she finally noticed that she didn't feel heavy because she was half asleep. It was because she was buried under something. But there are way too many chiefs this time. Finally, the elf girl pushed the weight on her aside and stood up below the light in the archive room. She had only noticed then that she was buried under the papers and that were endlessly fluttering out from the typewriter. There were so many that they left no space for her. That's weird. Did someone organize a tour group? I've never seen such a quantity before. To grasp the situation quickly, she picked up the closest page and began to read its content. This professor felt extremely satisfied and was even willing to make a meaningless wager to change her dressing style. The girl looked at the typewriter and questioned its practicality for the first time. Forget it. Looks like we have a new guest in the realm. There must be a lively one to create so many archives. Regardless, the match of Mitsumi has said it before. That important person will come eventually. Great, let me see what else you are doing. I hope these aren't just repeated content. Just like before, she's been pursued by a masked man, and the same sentence is repeated on several pages. What a waste. On the low table stood an assortment of potions, flasks, crystals, and metal objects. But what caught Mei's eye was the notice placed below these items. Welcome to the Felis shop. If you're reading this, I'm attending to something important and will be gone for quite a while. But everything has a price tag. Just take what you want and put the money in the jar. If you don't pay... Oh no, I'm running out of space. Why would there be a store in this place? And who is this Felis? White and violent fire seemed to be chasing her steps and trying to pull her back to the world of memory. He must have noticed you. Elysian stroked the hot metal and the glow dimmed down. After a while there was only a trace of dry heat in the air. He? Another mantis? I've only seen 4, including you. They're not trying to avoid you, but for various reasons, visitors are more likely to meet flame chasers with minds similar to their own. If you wish to build a solid relationship with someone, you have to get along first, right? But I saw you first. And that's because we're the best match. Really? Yeah, you may not know it yet, but your subconscious has chosen for you. But on rare occasions, things could the exact opposite. Maybe someone saw your excellent performance and couldn't wait to meet you. Before starting your next journey, you can do some more preparations. After all, the one you're going to meet is known for passion. The raging fire was consuming and devouring everything.
へえ、律者だと。
Hi, I'm Dark Mei. Your name is an important Herrscher, and I'm not in the habit of remembering dead people's names. Go on, Herrscher. Who is this guy? This isn't enough. This battle will not end as long as you're still breathing. That's it, Herrscher? Show me what you really got. Let me know you're qualified to slaughtered by me. That's right, Herrscher. Just like what you've done elsewhere, turned this paradise of strife into a real hell. I have to save my strength. This guy is tough. What is holding you back, Herrscher? Unleash your true fancy and conquer this battlefield with your power. The Honkai beasts aren't acting normal. They aren't coming for me. So what, Herrscher? This is an endless battlefield, the path of dissemination. No need to fuse our righteousness, just vent your inner anger, cleave everything, kill everything, and burn everything to the ground. Enough of your tricks. Come and get me. Get you? If I wish to do so, do you really think you could stand here talking to me? The name is Karpas. I'm a mantis and the bearer of the signets of decimation. I forgot my rank. It's not important. Herrscher Thunder, wait Mei. Hey Herrscher. When did the Honkai start to excavate civilizations it later raised? I'm not like any Herrscher you know. But you're still a Herrscher. A Herrscher conveying the power of man. Laughable. I'm not here for power. Then why are you here? And what does it have to do with me? You pass my trial and I give you a chance. Simple as that. That trick you pulled before, was it a trial? Are you trying to irritate me, Herrscher? I hate everything complicated. The purest trial is the most effective. You lose and you die. It can't be simpler. Herrscher, do you know how many have fallen here? I know I'm not joining them. Try your best to stay alive in the Elysian realm, Herrscher. We'll meet again. Next time, show me your true worth, and maybe I'll be interested in testing your strength myself.
万物は焼かれ、己の身も壊れていく。生死損滅、大滅だけが永遠に燃え続ける。
The look on your face tells me you've seen Karpas before. What's with him? I thought every mantis who chose to leave the Elysian knew how to talk at least. Strictly speaking, he didn't have a choice, but that's beside the point. The thing is, in our time, we didn't have herrschers as beautiful, gentle, and sweet as you. For us, it's also a whole new experience. We're making friends with a herrscher for the very first time. And Karpas, he's a reserved guy. Better give him some more time. Reserved? Does he treat everyone else this way? You could say that. Fine, but in some ways he does fit with my impression of the previous era. Such a headache. That's not a good impression. So you also knew that it hasn't made a good impression. Anyway, take this book, you might need it. A Dummy's Guide to Kalpas, written by you? It's an essential guidebook teaching you how to get along with Kalpas. Everyone finds it helpful. In the morphs, it's a must read. It can give you the confidence to talk to him, and if it doesn't work out, relax, I'll be there for customer support. Music? That's Eden. I mentioned her to you, right? The name came up in conversation with once. When you were showing me the lounge. Yep, I knew you listened carefully to what I said. Eden, how should I describe her to you? Everything you see here came from her donations. Without her support, the Elysian couldn't have come into being. Sounds like a philanthropist? She's dead, yeah. Her wealth and reputation is unmatched even among the flame chasers. Model, artist, musician, hostess, and designer. She lived a very colorful life in the old world. If I'm the definition of cute, then she's the definition of beautiful. She was the symbol of our time, a superstar with worldwide popularity. Hard to believe there would be a superstar mantis. What I say can't do her justice. Why don't you go see her yourself? I will. Be careful, her beauty can match either of us. Try not to be too enchanted. Crisp notes were dancing between the keys like an ode to the dawn and an elegy to the dusk. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. It's alright. I hope I didn't disturb you. I'm Waden May. Hey, Miss Waden. I'm Eden, the fourth of one of the flame chasers and the bearer of the signets of gold. Gold? Yes, Ellie's idea. I guess it was meant to represent the wealth I had. I once lived in palaces and tasted the finest wine in the world, but I wouldn't put gold in my name. I'm but an entertainer, a star that shines for the audience. Be it my wealth or the signets, they're all gifts from others. What you just recited? Oh, it's from the final of The Kingdom After Dusk, an opera from our time. And you once performed in it? Yeah, the spotlight was dazzling and the audience was passionate. I missed those days. But it all collapsed after a Honkai event, just like the line. The stars grew dim and the goblet went dry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to apologize, Persuaden. Just keep seeking your answers amid the ruins of the past. But if it's possible, I'd love to hear music from your time. Thanks for asking. You might be able to when the time comes. But for now, please press on. May you leave beautiful rhythms on your tail. Eden was holding her goblet and leaning against the chair. Eden. Shh, come here. Eden is drunk and super cute now. Watch this. Eden. Hi, Ellie. Eden, my sweet Eden. Felix told me you gave her a gorgeous gem. Oh, it was the one the city council chairman gave me when I was performing for the National Theatre of Dhaka. Rubies from that palace have very few impurities. I gave it to Felix when I saw how much she liked it. Oh, it must be splendid. I like to see it too. Ellie, you can go to Felix' place and check it out later, but for now, how about this? The sapphire isn't as pure, but the maker went against the gem's nature and rose-cut it. It's the first rose-cut sapphire in the world, and you can have it. Really? Thank you so much. Eden, you're the best. Don't mention it, Ellie. You know I don't care about possessions. Elysia returned to May. Isn't she cute? She always talks like this and gives out gifts when she's drunk. Come on, don't give me that look. I will turn it to her later. But she usually says no. That didn't sound right. How about this? Why are your eyes closed? May? What happened to me? I didn't even see you coming. Zoe, you shine just as bright as I do. I shouldn't have made this mistake. You didn't see me because your eyes were closed. Yeah, I still can't see anything, which makes me wonder how he does it. He? Oh, you're interested too? Wanna try it together? Excuse me. Come on, don't walk away. It was a joke. Alright, as my apology, I introduce an expert on this to you. Sue, the wisest one in the 13. Well, at least that's what everyone thinks, except Sue himself. He's always friendly to visitors, so I believe you have no problem getting along with him. Right. If you somehow find out how he can see things with his eyes closed, you have to tell me. As the time quietly floated by, another leaf drifted off the board. I put he to ye.
ようこそ来訪者ライデン・メイさん君の来訪は予見してたよ
You know my name?
知ってるの
In the Elysian realm, everything was created by perception, and you're part of perception from the moment you arrived. I'm a pioneer, the seventh flame chaser, but I prefer to be called Sue. So you're the mantis and the vet with the signets of Bodhi. My title doesn't define me. We both seekers of the way, and you can simply call me by my name. I thought there was some sort of rule about that. After all, Elysia seems to be very mindful of it. She has her reasons. The titles were necessary when the group was founded, and her foresight kept us alive in this form. But to you, we ghosts from the past, and everything has been said and done, so there's no need for you to be formal. The man opened his palm and sent a new leaf drifting away. Visitor, if you seek to reveal the forgotten past, follow the leaf and it will show you the path of the awakened one. Aren't you going to give me a try? A trial can be an ordeal, or it can be solitude. Your trial has begun, and it will never end. To see, to hear, and to feel, every step you take, every choice you make, shape you into the one you meant to be. One day the answer you seek will come to you, and I bear witness to your enlightenment together with the rest of the realm.
諸行無常、すべては因果応報。刹那消滅は無限法要に過ぎない。さあ、この無限の光の中に足を踏み入れるといい。これが典型の命。
Someone once told me that I wasn't leadership material. You wanted to tell me this? Then I guess this someone was right. I also think they were right. And I expect you to admit it. After all, I'm not comfortable in a formal environment and I don't like wicked relationships. So when we are alone, you can relax and talk to me like a friend. But still, you became the second in command. Because the deputy chief title sounded too nice to miss out on. Yeah, understandable. You're something special, a Hasha fighting for humanity. So? Nothing. Just look out for yourself. Sakura, just say what you wish to say. Maybe I'm overthinking this. What's been worrying me has never happened. Not even once. But whenever a special visitor comes, I remind them like this. Please go on. I finished. Everyone is talking in riddles here. I'm getting used to that. Special visitor, could you give me an example? I once saw a cyborg coming here who by no means could awaken a stigma. In a way, he was even more special than you. Why do the special ones have to be extra careful? You probably don't know about the morphs or the plans they came up with to defeat Honkai. Otherwise, you have to realize that the reason for the Elysian realm's existence couldn't be that simple. Dr. Mei, from what I've heard about her, there's no way she would deem this program viable. So you believe the Elysian realm exists for other purposes, don't you? To a certain extent, every morph's program served some ulterior motives. But few people know what they are. So reminding you to be extra careful is the best I can do. What should I watch out for? A shadow. Shadow? That's right. The flame chaser chase the flames, and the flames cast the giant shadow behind the flame chasers. Watch out for the shadow of the moths. She's here. And I can feel it. She has her eyes on you. Yeah. And Carbas is the next one. Yeah, sure. Did you find the power you came for? I came to look for answers. Power is the only answer. Kevin sent you here, didn't he explain? He rarely explains anything to me. Did he forget? No, even I haven't forgotten. How could he? The tragedy of the Herrschaft binding. How could he forget? The Herrschaft binding? Herrscher, let me give you a piece of free advice. Without power, you can go no further. No, you can't even survive. He seems reluctant to bring up the Herrschaft binding. Hard to imagine you settle for duty, chief. Kevin had to be ranked first, right? Wasn't it you who did the ranking? He could be the second or even the last if you liked. You know me too well. And you made no effort to conceal yourself. I did just that. When the flame chasers were founded, I was first in command. But he replaced you. What happened? That's a secret. It's no big deal, but I do enjoy the curious look on your face. If you want to know, why don't you get a little bit closer? Yeah, there are definitely no ulterior motives. So you came here after Karen gave you his approval? That's right, he said I was qualified to seek the answers. Did he say anything else? No? Typical Kevin. Does he see you as a partner? Your plate, do you see it as a tool or a partner? Your answer is also Kevin's answer. Well, at least one thing is for sure, Kevin never lies, even to his enemies. He said this for good reason. It's just, I don't know of anything worthy of finding here, except for the signets of the flame chasers. The Elysian realm, a beautiful name for a grave. The grave of the past. That's why I'm here. Yeah. Definitely helps. Someone mentioned the Herrschaft binding to me in the VSR, but he was reluctant to tell me more. What really happened back then? A tragedy, a minute victory. Don't talk in riddles, Kevin. I want details. There are more important things here worthy of your attention. I've made the Herrschaft dominance a more powerful version than the PSR. From what I've learned, the Herrschaft binding you were facing was particularly invincible. I need some experience to prepare myself for the coming of the Herrschaft binding in our time. The Herrschaft binding, sorry, our experience won't help you. You mean I can't do what you once did? You might be able to, but it requires greater resolve than you've shown so far. Alright, I promise to tell you why Kevin and I swapped positions. At the beginning, I was ranked first and Kevin was second. There wasn't any good reason for it, I just found it interesting. That's very Elysian. At the meeting, I announced the decision and was curious to see how everyone would react. And nothing happened. Maybe I underestimated my popularity. No one objected to me being the boss. Oh, you must have been disappointed. Yeah, one of the few missteps in my life, but Elysian never surrenders. I prepared another trick. I resigned on the day of my appointment and left the top position to Kevin. He finally said something, right? Still no. Sometimes I feel Kevin is not exactly a block of ice. He knows how to toy with a girl's heart and kept her on her toes. He knows the softest spots of the heart, the unspeakable part. He attacked the vulnerable area without any mercy. He's probably used to exploiting weaknesses, just like me. Well, that didn't work. Sakura, have you ever heard Eden sing? Elysia gave me a record of hers, and I listened to some of it. It's a totally different style from what's popular in my hometown, but I can appreciate the unique beauty in her music. I heard that Eden no longer sings now. That's understandable. After leaving my hometown, I stopped making sakura wine. Because no matter how hard I tried, the sakura in the wine wouldn't taste the same. I think I understand too. Yeah. Too much happened. Whenever it's this hall or the Elysian realm, I find them so spectacular every time I see them. The same as everyone who came before. Hard to imagine there is such a massive space inside. Was it here in your time? Yes, it served as the Flame Chasers Convention Hall, but it had a different name back then. Wasn't called the Elysian realm? It was given that name later. At first it was called the Golden Courtyard. The Golden Courtyard? Does it have anything to do with the gold in your title? Oh, it's like this, my friend. The original Golden Courtyard and everything you can see right now. I bought them. So the ranking order has no actual meaning. It's not meaningful for your purpose, but there had to be some structure for managing the morphs. It was tough, but I tried to rank everyone based on my best judgment. Of course, I made it look legit and performance-based. Naturally, I set it on Kevin and I for the first and second. Then came Sue. 7 is a special number and suits him just fine. Well, I was still too young to be involved in politics, so I picked a safe spot for her, the 12th. Kalpas was a headache, a lot of eyes were on him. I needed a balanced spot for this one. I thought hard about it and the 6th seemed right. The same with the 10th, I didn't hate her, but I didn't want to give her too much power, and she was well aware of that. What happened next was a classic tale of girls backstabbing each other, and I won, of course. The Sibyl and Stars have their stories, but I saved them for later since you haven't met them. The remaining 5 were easy. Seems like that list is just a formality. Don't say that. I spent a whole afternoon on it. Besides, we can never put a number on someone's ability and conviction, right? Yeah. It would be too easy to just put a number on it. Can you tell me anything more about the moths? No. Of all the flame chasers, I probably know the least about the organization. Before becoming a mantis, I was with a special force called named Cocoon, and everything was on a need-to-know basis. Cocoon? Never heard of this name before. Really? I thought Kavas had told you about it. Was he also a member of the special force? Yes, but we rarely went on missions together. Why? Because we worked better when we worked alone. You understand as soon as you saw him in action. When he's in the zone, friends or foes, it makes no difference to him. That's why no one volunteered to team up with him. I can imagine. What about you, Sakura? Me? I was the opposite. I didn't want someone else to tag along. Because few can match your speed? That's one of the reasons. More importantly, I didn't want anyone else to find out who I had killed. Just like they say, for some things, the fewer people that know, the better. Yeah. It's sometimes really better. I still can't believe it. It's nothing. People overcomplicated, complimented me and paid me more than I needed. Singing, dancing and acting. I did these things because I wanted to. It may sound conceited, but the stars shine not because they wish to catch people's eyes, they were just born this way. I like the way you think. Thank you, my friend. I can see your glow too. And I can tell it will soon grow dazzling. Aiden is like a sister to me. We were best friends before she became a mantis. Seems like you said the same thing about someone else. Did I? I can't recall. But Eden is different. We're closer than the others. She was a victim of the 7th Honkai eruption. On that day, she witnessed her world crumbling in blood and fire. But she lived, joined the moths, and became a mantis. The flames that scorched the earth could not reach the stars above. She destined to shine brightly. Whenever on the stage or in this dying world. Okay. So... Ash of Flame, I think. What did the special forces in the moths handle? Go or Sakura, or better yet, forget this. Stepping into the shadow doesn't help you in any way. What if I'm already in the shadow? Then get out of it. But the answers I seek might be there. I need to know the moths better, be it their light side or their dark side. Dark side? Yeah, sure. In the moths, what you understand as the dark side is still part of the light. The true dark side is there somewhere out there. But never try to find it, Herrscher. That's my advice. Thanks, I keep that in mind. But in case you walk into the place by mistake, I hope you come back alive and finish your journey. Yeah. I can imagine that they did many things that weren't so good. Eden, you said this golden courtyard once belonged to you, right? That's right, Miss Waden. But somehow I feel some furnishings are not quite your style. Oh, very keen observation. Does belong to the other owner of the golden courtyard. Elysian? No, Ellie merely gave it a new name. The other owner is Dr. Mobius. I gifted this place to her. You seem to have joined the moths very early. When did you become a mantis? Earlier than you think. I'm the second mantis, activated right after Kevin. My serial number is CM002. I don't even know what CM stands for now. I may have heard about it, but I forgot. Anyway, you better ask Sue about any textbook knowledge. Ask him the hardest question you can think of, and then he explain to you patiently in layman's terms. If you're still confused, don't be nervous, because he'd be more embarrassed than you. How do you know that? It's something everyone knows. Yeah, okay. I can tell you flame chasers don't necessarily see eye to eye with each other, and I believe you know better than me what untrustworthy comrades can mean. I don't know what your world is like, or what battles you've gone through. But first, it was just a vulnerability in my time. It claimed more lives than Honkai. Especially for someone like me, trusting that someone else had my back was not an option. You were afraid of betrayal. No, betrayal didn't frighten me. It was the norm in those days. If I have to name something I fear, I guess I would say fear itself. I don't get it. People are afraid of things unknown, especially when they contradict their common sense. When the world was on the brink, fear could easily crush a person or a group of people. Trusting someone who might submit to fear, that's no different from putting a blade to your own neck. After all, people who find excitement in the unknown, such as Dr. Morbius, are few and far between. Dr. Morbius, I didn't think you two had any connection. That's the way it should be. I never expected her to join Cocoon voluntarily. For a time, I always saw Sue trying to talk her into quitting. I didn't know Sue back then, not even his name. Of course, he failed, and she stayed. As a special advisor, she also took on certain command responsibilities. Sounds like the right job for a scholar. No, how do I put it? Knowledge-wise, she was one of the smartest minds of our time. But at the command post, she wasn't all that impressive. More importantly, joining Cocoon at the expense of spending her research, it was an unexciting odd choice. She must have had other plans, but in the end, I never figured out what they were. Okay. Everyone has another thing. I've heard people say that you don't sing anymore. Oh, really? I do sing sometimes, but only when I'm alone. Why not sing to others? I thought you'd enjoy an audience. Perhaps because I found they lost interest in art? Can you imagine Kevin or Kappas quietly enjoying the music and applauding at the end? No, but maybe others can. Maybe, but it also depends on what I am in the mood. Just like today is a perfect day for this tune. And the Devil Does Bloom, Act 3, Scene 2, Muse's Garden. This one requires 2 more oboe players along with a subtle flute presence. The violins have to be made by Delvano with spruce from 3 centuries ago when the climate was humid and mild. I've never heard these names before. After all, the ancient history now. But I liked it. When you talked about these things, I can imagine what these times were like. Thanks, Miss Layden. Maybe one day I sing for you. Looking forward to that. Kevin, when you were created as a sim, were your memories complete? Not necessarily. Kavas mentioned something about the dark side of the moths. You know anything about it? Don't try to find it, Dark Mei. That's my advice. What's there? I've only been there once and it vanished after I left. But Kalpa said it was here. You know the Elysian realm was built on memories, and the memories are usually biased. This place is full of things that have no reason to be here. They can be contradictory when pieced together. The dark side Kalpas talked about is one of these things. I don't know why Morbius insisted on keeping it. It has become too twisted to tell its original form. Not a good thing for anyone. Morbius, I've heard this name many times, but I've never seen her. Or is she actually the Dr. Mei I've heard about so many times? Morbius and Hua don't share the same hometown. I thought you had met her. Given that you're the first Herrscher to come here, you must be interesting to her. As the current owner of the Elysian realm, she can't be totally ignorant of your presence. Owner? Doesn't this place belong to the world serpent? Both are true. You make me feel like someone is watching me from the shadows. From what I've learned about her, she's someone I should be on guard against. Watching you from the shadows? I hope that's all she's doing. Yeah, that isn't good. I heard something about the serial numbers of the Mantis soldiers from Elysian. They don't necessarily match the ranking order. You rank 8th, but your serial number is quite close to Elysia's, right? CM004, that's my number. You should know what it means. You were the 4th one to become a Mantis soldier. Yes, back then the tech wasn't as advanced as later on, and it caused various side effects. The chill around Kevin, Alicia's elven ears and such. As for me, I guess it's obvious. It's how you must have guessed my serial number. I didn't want to bring it up. You seemed a bit upset about it. However upset I am, what was done to me can't be undone. Fortunately, the tech was improved later and there are no Mantis soldiers like us since. You said your number was CM004, right? Yes. 001 is Kevin, 002 is Elysia, then who is 003? Dr. Morius, the one who made me a mantis. Okay. Good to know. I heard you were a victim of the 7th Herrscher. That's right. At that moment I was in the stadium in Australia. I was there to witness everything when the stage went up in flames. That's when I knew the world as I knew it had ended. The flames were like a divine reputation from ancient legends, devouring everything and leaving only fear. You know what, May? I used to believe that art could deliver salvation for humanity. But the fear born out of the fire, it was more powerful than any joy I could ever bring to my audience. Eden toyed with the goblet and looked at her reflection. I should have died then. I was the end of our world, but I lived in a world that no longer needs me. Sorry for bringing up sad memories. No, don't be Miss Hayden. The fire of the past has long been extinguished. And I just miss the stage occasionally, that's all. After all, the song I never got a chance to finish was my favorite. Eden, can I ask you a question? Sure, my friend. I don't understand why you would join the moths and become a mantis. It's hard for me to connect this decision with your background. You're right, I didn't know I set out on this path either. I only learned of the existence of the moths after the Great Fire in Australia. I lost everything and was taken to their base as one of the survivors. There I received treatment and support for a long time, and I got to know some of the moth soldiers. That's when you met Elysia, right? Yes, she was the first friend I made there, the first one that asked me to join them. And I didn't turn her down. Why? Because I realized something. The singer Eden died that day in the fire, along with the rest of the old world. Her starlight had gone out. But as a moth, Eden could still shine bright in the world. While I'm still alive, I live my life to the fullest, to the last moment. That's what I told myself. So I became a moth and participated in the Mantis program. Impressive. Maybe even Ellie was shocked when she learned I was to become a Mantis. Not to imagine someone would accept the surgery voluntarily. But I couldn't allow myself to stand idle. I couldn't watch the light of Eden die. So before undergoing the surgery, I asked her if I could choose the Honkai beast to be used for fusion myself. You could do that? No, normally you couldn't. The surgery had to factor in the recipient's physical attributes and how they match the Honkai beast genes. But if there were multiple matches, Ellie said the doctor would give me a choice. So what did you choose? I said to her, if there's a choice, choose the most dazzling one for me. Yes. I've obtained a lot of info. Better sort it out now. What is Honkai? Seeking the answer to this question took me on this journey. But after I came here, I found out Kevin wanted to show me much, much more. The Elysian realm, a place of memories. It's broken and chaotic, but it reveals a long and complete history. They images of the past, a legacy of the people who fought Honkai to their last breath. If I can figure out the meaning of this legacy, I get more than an answer to my question. But up to now, all the memories I saw only scratch the surface. All the paths leading me further stop at one name. Mobius. No doubt someone set this up elaborately. She guided me through the wilderness towards the point she designated. Looks like I need to give her an answer and tell her I'm ready. Elysia, we need to talk. Okay. And now we can talk to Will. Need to talk to her again. Oh, here come. She was sitting in the lounge, as usual. I sent everyone away. I believe you like a private conversation? I'd like to talk to you about Mobius. I knew it. How much do you know about her? Every sign points to the fact that she handled classified research in the moths, and it included creating mantis soldiers. Mostly right, but not quite. It's not that she alone created mantis soldiers. Many worked on this tech. But Mobius was fervent about its application. The more accurate way to put it would be that she manufactured mantis soldiers. But you're quite close, so I want you on point. Just say thank you. Mobius doesn't get along with you. I heard there's bad blood between you two. Bad blood? No way. Everyone here sees each other as important partners. Mobius might see things differently, but I've known her since I joined the Moths, and we've been good friends ever since. Really? But you said you weren't exactly a united group. I think I misled you. We've had our differences on certain topics, but it was just a matter of perspective. It was our shared vision that brought us together, and this has never changed. He's a mantis, serial number CM003. Kevin, Sagura, you, and her were the first members. Correct. I wonder who told you this. Kevin? Unlikely. He rarely brings it up now. Sakura? Maybe. She's a gentle soul, always kind to visitors. Am I right? She only told me the serial number, and you told me the rest. I'm glad you remember what I told you. It's a flame chaser. Mobius is a flame chaser who survived the tragedy of binding. So the Elysian realm must have preserved her memories. That's the purpose of the Elysian realm, to pass on the stories to later generations, the known history and the secrets. Everyone has warned me of Mobius, but I all avoid talking about her too much. And like you and the others, she was born from the shadow. She's the dark side of the moths. Bingo. I didn't expect independent thinking to get you this far. You'll probably make a great Herrscher of reason. And I think I know why you kept her away from me now. What happened on this land might far exceed the imagination of people of my era. But that's why I need to step into the real history and face the dusty past. Elysian, I need Mobius' memory. How can I turn you down? Come, get ready and let's go. I guide you to Mobius. It's going to be a rough journey, and you need to complete some tests before reaching her. From now on, the memory link won't just be simulation. You reach surface memories and dive into the Twilight Zone. Mobius is actually quite cute, but she can be a deep end. But at times, relax, I think she finds you charming. Glad to see you in good form. Just keep it up. As always, these are all the secrets. Ready for the final test?
Ne, 私のことどう見える?
You've never seen my weapon before, right? Isn't a bow the best type of weapon for me? Sometimes I'd walk onto the battleground myself. This bow is my favorite, and its color pattern matches my dress. So this is the trial you mentioned, right? Don't be nervous. I'm not stopping you, just blessing you for the rest of your journey. Courage, wisdom, and beauty. You have everything it takes to face Mobius, but still, I'm giving you a small gift. Specifically, sharing some of my experience fighting flame chasers. You mean Mobius is my enemy? How to put it? Enemy? No. That's not how flame chasers and the successors are. But Mobius can help doing these things that cross the line, and you, Miss Raiden, are so dazzling. This is just me sharing tips on dealing with her. A friendly conversation between two lovely girls. I don't seem to have a choice. Alright, I might as well make use of this opportunity to learn from the only flame chaser as strong as Kevin. Your compliment is making me blush. But I might actually be a little bit weaker than Kevin. But I work hard to improve. Elysian will never let you down. Okay, and now we fight against Law. Not that this would be hard with all the parts. Yeah, the boss fights I will, against the flame chasers I will in the video. Even though I wouldn't call this really a boss fight. Slaughter would be better. Ah, I lost. You're unbelievably strong. If anyone else found out, I have to surrender my number 2 seat. But you're a Herrscher after all, and I think I wasn't too bad. You didn't even take this seriously, Elysia. You were just playing around. Ah, so maybe we shared this tactic understanding and both saved our strength. Anyway, I don't think you have any problem facing Morbius now. A beam of light appeared in the distance and formed a glistening door in the air. As promised, she's on the other side of that door. Time to gather your courage and go through. But don't underestimate her. She's a flame chaser after all. Mei didn't move. What? You're reluctant to leave me here? What will I run into later? You have to find out yourself. Let me ask this in another way. What's the purpose of the Elysian realm? As a database, it's inefficient. As a testing ground, it's too costly. It would have been created without everyone's approval. It must have some special meaning, the reason why World Serpent has kept it up to now. Every visitor is supposed to know this before their journey starts, but I'm still in the dark about it. Or is the answer a secret that no one can know? Come on, there are no secrets between us. The meaning of the Elysian realm? I have to think hard to give you an answer. Maybe there isn't a correct answer, because in different people's eyes, it can mean very different things. For Eden, it's the twilight of past glories. For Kabas, it's the continuation of the war. For Mobius, it's the child of Project Stigma and the best chance to realize her lifelong dream. And for Kevin, it's more like a symbol and monument to the flame chasers. But if you ask me, the answer is even simpler. It's a storybook of fairy tales about a past age, a voyage, and the lives of 13. I don't quite understand. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of our era and the moths? Smoke and fire? Scorched earth and broken walls? Blood and death? Everyone has these impressions, but it's wrong. When our world was dying, people were still living their normal lives day to day, thinking about tomorrow's breakfast. People were still talking about plans and dreams that would take years to fulfill. Even on the last day, people were still hopeful for a brighter future. When civilization was crumbling, there was still light coming out from the cracks. In such a world, there were 13 remarkable individuals. Knowing their world was doomed, they still chose to fight till the end and imprint their proud faces onto history. That's the story the Elysian realm tells. That's it. That's it for me. Quite my style, right? In the story you can find pain, failures, betrayals, departures, but also happiness, joy, warmth, and kindness. Sorrow doesn't go away easily, but touching memories can be treasured by the heart forever. That's why I said our memories must be preserved. Hatred and anger shouldn't be our only legacy. Only those who experience the beauty of our age can understand us. Leave the facts for the textbooks. The flame chasers must also pass on our pride, glory, and the reason why we fought. That's what has kept our souls alive in this flame-chasing journey. As our successors, you can follow our trails and the imprint of our souls to find your own answers. Elysia looked to the door. No, she looked beyond the door. Behind the door, Mobius is waiting for you, but she isn't your final destination. You step into a deeper past. Maybe you can travel far enough to uncover the buried truth in history and the turning point of humanity. Everything the moths did for humanity and every unforgivable mistake we made. Anyway, our time had come to an end, and we had each fulfilled our missions. Our world wasn't saved by heroes, but at least a new civilization was born. Humanity was given a second chance. Of course, there will be all kinds of troubles in the new age, difficulties, challenges. But that's your problem to solve now, and I trust you can work out a good solution on your own. Instead of being pushed forward or being dragged onto the path chosen for you, try to keep this mentality. I want to do this. I can do this. I decide how the future is written. You live every day for the rest of your life enforcing your will and pursuing your goal. That's what I did and everyone else did. Everyone in our world and the 13 individuals fighting for its existence. Thousands and thousands of trails crossed and intertwined to form a miraculous blossom. Can our stories inspire you? I think they can, and that's the best thing we can offer, right? So what's the point of the Elysian realm? There was never an answer, at least that's my opinion as the one who proposed it. The meaning is for every visitor to find out themselves. They each seek their own answers. To follow someone's ideal after seeing the truth, or set out on a new path that no one has stooped up upon? I can name hundreds of possibilities, but they don't matter. Only the answer in your heart matters. Anyway, Mei, I have very high hopes for you. Because you're just like me, sweet, kind, sincere, and strong. Be it in the past or present, sweet girls can do anything, and that will never change. Thank you. That's the first time I've heard such a long speech from you. You're not used to it? Take it as a reward for defeating me. I'm kind of nervous actually. I'm not sure how sure I got the message across. Nervous? I can't tell at all. At least I know why you're rank second now. You're well qualified. Thanks, I think so too. But still, I hate formal settings. Forget the way I acted just now and let's get back to our previous mode of interaction, shall we? Whatever makes you happy. I've been happy all along. How can I not be happy when you're here? Well, I head back to the lounge and wait for you. Have fun with Mobius. Pink dots of light gathered in Mei's hand and transformed into the shape of a flower. What is this? Take it as a small gift for graduating from Elysia. The question you asked today may get your very different answers from the others. It's a long journey. You may falter or feel that you're making no progress for a long time. But this isn't necessarily a bad thing. You can learn from our failures. Confusion, hesitation and self-denial, they're part of life, and the 13 of us have all been there. They lived so proudly and persistently. They sang an ode to civilization with their lives. That's the story of the Flame Chasers, the unfinished journey of the 13. But Mei, your path continues, right? Just listen to your heart. Follow in our footsteps and witness the flame-chasing journey.
最後は死した者たちの墓を越え、私たちが作れなかった未来を作りなさい。行きましょう。
Go. Mobius on the other side of the door.
扉の向こうにいる。行動開始。
Oh, yeah.
行きましょう。
Mobius, the snake symbol. She has stepped over the threshold and walked deeper into the shadows.
ここはあら珍しいお客さんね誰律者のお姉ちゃん一緒に面白いことをしよう
Come on, don't be nervous, Miss Herrscher. I don't bite. Or are you thinking about how to bite me? Sorry, I don't do that. You're so cold. But I've been watching you since the moment you entered the realm. Watching? More like stalking me. Don't you think, Mobius? You're no fun. I was just trying to make a good impression on you. Wait, maybe you're not into this kind of thing? It's so dark here. I'm scared. Can you take me out of this place? Enough. Yeah, sure. Didn't anyone tell you to show some respect to your host? Host? You know who I am, right? But they told you nothing about me except for my name? They didn't tell me too much about you. But everyone told me to watch out for you. If so, why are you here and why are you talking to me? May suddenly realized something, but it was too late. Come on, my lovely lab rat. A shadow creeped up her skin and tempting whispers slithered into the fissures of her mind like a snake. Mobius, you.
ここへもう少し深くそこにあるわ無限の刻印あなたに渡しましょうあなたがもう一歩前へ踏み出してくれたらあと一歩でいいから
Yeah. I don't know if that's something good. If I would take a step forward. I'm back in reality. Why? Mei looked around and found herself in the same old lounge as before. That was... Ah, you're awake already, miss. Herrschers are indeed different. My interest in you continues to grow, and thanks to you, I can come here now. It was you. Why did you stop me? Stop you? Why would I do that? You fainted too fast and didn't hear me? You're the destination you seek is the starting point you're at now. Nonsense. Don't be upset, miss. You didn't like what just happened? In fact, my signets are a bit different from the others, especially when it comes to how they are passed down. Why don't we reach deeper, the signets of infinity? I find the most suitable way to pass them on to you. Ah, look who just arrived. Isn't it the lovely Dr. Mobius? What a surprise. I thought you only appear in greenish places. Elysian. Nice to see you too, but May and I have plans. Sorry, she can't keep your company. Alright, can you give her back to me? We have a date. Elysian, what's she to you? We're good friends. No, very, very good friends. Aren't we, May? Shut up. I wouldn't want her around if I were you. Traitor. Huh? What are you saying? I'm not Sue. I can't tell the future. But I trust myself, and I trust everyone here, including you. Ah, wait. You were talking about Mei. Don't think in this way. You're still in my heart. Listen, you girl. You better watch out for this one. She's the less trustworthy one in the Elysian realm. Don't believe a word she says. I'll be the judge of that. I won't waste my time trying to convince you. That was just a kind reminder. You better stay alerted or you pay a dear price. Yes, we have all paid a dear price. Phew, that was lost. Mobius is always full of surprises, but I can't seem to hate her or badmouth her. Really, in my eyes you two are not exactly best friends. Huh, I really like her. She's so cute and adorable. Well, about her calling you traitor. Haha. Looks like you don't want to talk about this, at least not now, right? Anyway, none of this will affect how I think of you. Your sim is kept here, which means there's more to it than meets the eye. I look into it myself. I knew it. You're the best. Yeah. Okay, so chapter 1 finished. And with that, this is finished. And yeah. If you enjoyed this video, I would be happy about a like, a sub and a comment. What other things you would like to see. And yeah, I hope I see you all in the next video. Goodbye.